Hello everyone, this is Brick 101 with another Super Mario Maker video. Today I'm going to be showcasing 10 wonderful Wiggler levels. I've come to realize that Wigglers are one of my favorite enemies in Super Mario Maker, and so today I'm showcasing 10 levels that I think use Wigglers in really cool ways and are also fun levels to play. I'll also show you 2 of my Wiggler levels and talk about 10 honorable mention Wiggler levels that didn't quite make the cut for the top 10, but I think are also worth checking out if you love Wiggler levels. I'm going to start by giving you a quick preview of all the levels, and then I'll dive into playing them in depth. If you want to play these levels yourself, I've put the bookmark links in the video description. So the first level is Worming Through the Wiggler Den. This, I think, is a really good showcase of a few different ways you can use Wigglers. It uses Wigglers as both obstacles and as jumping platforms. It's also just got some really great aesthetics. It really feels like you're running through a subterranean cavern that belongs to the Wigglers. Fun level to play. Second is the level 5-4 Pond Pursuit. This is probably the best underwater Wiggler level I've ever seen. Wigglers have kind of different behavior underwater because if they get angry, they'll chase you in any direction. So that can turn them into kind of terrifying things underwater. And it's just a great, well-designed level. Third level is Wiggly Woodlands 3-4. What I really like about this level is the real sense that you're kind of climbing through a forest full of Wigglers, and I really like the way it introduces different types of Wiggler jumps and builds on them throughout the level. It's a very satisfying Wiggler level. We have Wiggler Hollows. This is another subterranean Wiggler level. This one is really focused on basic Wiggler jumps, so not Wigglers on tracks, but just Wigglers that are on the ground. But it does have some really great boss encounters using big Wigglers on tracks. King Wiggler's Fort 2.0. This is one of the first Wiggler levels I ever encountered. Really shows off what you can do in terms of having Wigglers on tracks that you need to bounce off, and also the dangers of encountering a star while you're bouncing off of Wigglers on tracks. And it's also just a nice castle level. Wiggler's Wacky Forest Fortress. So this level really stood out when I was doing my Wiggler level research. It's got some unique types of Wiggler jumps. It's got some really precise jumps that you need to do on Wigglers that are only one wide. It's also got some Wigglers falling off tracks, and it's got a cool secret passage. So it's just a great fun level, and it's using Wigglers in ways I haven't seen other levels use Wigglers. The Spooky Wiggle Coaster 2.0. So this level is based around a really cool, interesting mechanic that when you have a Wiggler on a track and you turn it from a normal Wiggler into an angry Wiggler, it can change what track it's on because angry Wigglers move faster than normal Wigglers, so when they kind of jump off a track, they can jump onto a different track than they would as a normal Wiggler. So this is just a nice exploration of that mechanic, and it's just a fun little ghost house roller coaster level. X33 Wiggler Woodlands. So this level is really kind of more focused on saws than it is on Wigglers, but there are some Wigglers throughout that you have to jump off of, and also that you have to avoid that fall out of pipes. So I like the falling Wigglers that you had to avoid. That was kind of a unique thing. It's just a really well constructed level, so I wanted to highlight it here on the video. Wiggle Wiggle Wiggler. So this one's unique because you are riding on top of a giant Wiggler, but you're not riding right on the Wiggler because there's a parabeetle on top of it. But it's really interesting because it kind of forces you to advance the level at a certain speed without it being an auto-scroll level. And it also uses angry jumping Wigglers as an obstacle to avoid, which is fun as well. Finally, the 10th level we'll look at is Mt.HANACHAN 2, which roughly translates to Mount Wiggler 2. This is, I think, one of the best Wiggler on a track level I've ever seen. It uses multiple big wigglers lined up in a row, so it looks like an extra long wiggler that you're bouncing on throughout the whole level, and it really builds nicely from just bouncing off that wiggler to having to bounce on and off and avoid objects at the same time, and throws in avoiding stars at the end, and it's just a really satisfying, well-constructed wiggler level. So the two levels that I've done that I'm going to show you are BYOW, Bring Your Own Wiggler. So this is a whole level built around the mechanic where you can use a shellmet to move a wiggler from one platform to another, and then you can bounce off that wiggler to get to a new location. So it's kind of a puzzle gimmick level where you can move wigglers around to different platforms in order to progress through the level. My other level is Cloudy with a Chance of Wigglers. So this level is all about wigglers in clouds. It's a really unique platforming challenge to jump off a wiggler in a cloud, since it's kind of moving back and forth and you have to be pretty precise in how you jump off of it. There's also an opening section where Lakitu's throwing wigglers at you, so it's really about wigglers, clouds, Lakitus, good stuff. The 10 honorable mention levels that I won't be playing through today on the video, but I do think are worth checking out if you really like wiggler levels. First is Wiggler's World, 4 levels in 1. I showed this on a previous video. That's the only reason I'm not playing through it in this one, because I've already showed it off. But it's still one of my favorite Wiggler levels of all time. It's got 4 levels built into one, as it says, with an honor checkpoint system. Just some really great wiggler bouncing on tracks and on thwomps, and a wiggler boss battle. Just a really great level. Other honorable mention, SMB3 World 1-2 with Wiggler slopes. Many creators in Mario Maker have lamented the lack of slopes, since there are slopes in many Mario games. But this person found out a way that you can kind of create slopes that Mario can walk up and run down if you use flying angry wigglers on tracks. So this is just a cool, unique use of wigglers. Not as good as actually having slopes in the game, but a substitute for the time being. Mad Scientist Experiments V3. So this level is kind of crazy. It's, using stacked enemy combinations that are interesting and weird. The centerpiece of this level is where you have to ride a Bowser Wiggler combination monster creature and guide it to the end of the level using Bowser's fire breathing ability and the Wiggler's ability to hone in on where you are and walk in that direction. It's a hard level, but it's definitely an interesting example of how you can kind of ride a red angry Wiggler and direct it where you want to go. Wiggly Wonka's Power-Up Factory. This is a great level, but it's not actually that much focused on wigglers, so I didn't feel like it deserved to be highlighted in the top 10 of this Wiggler video, but it is a really fun factory level. Has a little bit of wigglerness in it, but mostly the wigglers are just there in name. If you want to play a really great factory level, I highly recommend this one. 5-2, The Great Wiggler Bridge. This has got some fun wiggler jumping in the first bridge area and has a pretty good underwater wiggler encounter at the second half of the level. It's also got some nice aesthetics with the water and the bridge, so definitely worth checking out. Wigglers on Shrooms. This level I came across and I just thought it was a really well done kind of basic Mario level that focused on wigglers. Some interesting things done with wigglers with wings flying out of pipes that you have to jump on before they fall to their doom. Some fun secret areas. Some just nice basic wiggler gameplay here. Wigglers Bounce on Grinders. So this one is probably the most intense wiggler jumping level I encountered. It really goes through a lot of different variations of jumping off a wiggler with wings, an angry wiggler with wings, angry wiggler with wings shot out of a cannon, doing auto-scroll wiggler jumping, but it's really, really hard. I think only 5 people have cleared it, maybe. I'm one of them, but it took me a lot of tries. So I didn't want to put it in the video because it's a really hard level, but if you're really into wiggler jumping, something to check out. Wiggler Inception Expert. This is another kind of wiggler on track level. It's a pretty good one. There's a lot of different variations of wiggler on tracks. Wiggler Noodle Walk. This is a auto-scroll Wiggler jumping level with lots of Wigglers on track. It's really hard, but it's got such a weird, fun theme. The idea is that it's in a restaurant and there are Wigglers being fried in a wok. So the second half, you're kind of going through a castle where the wok keeps being dipped into lava and you have to stay alive by jumping on Wigglers. Very hard, but a cool, interesting level for sure. Finally, the last level I want to give a shout out to is Wigglers Are Friends, Not Food. This level shows off a few different ways you can use Wigglers, so kind of different Wiggler mechanics. And as soon as it introduces a mechanic, it basically moves on to the next mechanic. But one thing that I saw in this level that inspired me to make a whole new level was the ability to move a Wiggler around using a shelmet. So after I played this level, that is what inspired me to create my level Bring Your Own Wiggler. So I did want to give this a shout out because it did inspire me so much. Alright, so that is a rundown of all the levels that are going to be in the video today. Now let's start playing through these 10 wonderful Wiggler levels, starting with Worming Through the Wiggler Den. As I said in my overview, this is a great level that showcases a few different ways you can use Wigglers. Start off with a mushroom up here. So here's a Wiggler and we can bounce on. Don't need to. And here's kind of a Wiggler on a track that is an obstacle, so you can't really go through that way without getting hit. And the level splits here, so I'm going to go to the left because I like that path better. I like how the creator has this Wiggler walking down the stairs here. I thought that was a really cool thing that they did. Just making it look like the Wiggler's actually walking down the stairs using tracks. Here we've got some Wigglers being thrown into the air. Oh, I lost my fire flower. Faster Wigglers on tracks. And I like how they progressively introduce more dangerous versions of Wigglers. Get that mushroom. Fire flower, get the fire flower. And then this is a random POW block that I don't know what it's for, really, but I just like carrying it through the whole level for fun. Double Wigglers. And this is where the other path would recombine. Checkpoint! Okay. Bouncing on some Wigglers. That's a reset door in case you fall down at this section. Bouncing across the Wiggler bridge. Ditto over here, a reset door. I like the flying coin challenge here. These U-shaped Wigglers to bounce off of. Checkpoint 2. Oop. Watch out for the fire flower. Some Wigglers. This part's... You could just climb up these vines if you're not carrying a POW block because you feel like it. And just avoid the Wigglers as you climb, but if you're bringing the POW block, kind of have to jump across them. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Come on. Ah, missed it. Jeez. Arbitrarily holding onto a POW block makes this level more difficult. Woohoo! And so that POW block pushed me back here, which I guess is what it's for? I don't know. It was fun. Alright, next up is Pond Pursuit by Zachary. So this level is part of a full-length game that Zachary has created. So I recommend checking out Zachary's profile. so you can see all the different levels. They're all really well thought out. I've been playing through it and really enjoying it. Zachary has a really great use of aesthetics, and it's all Super Mario 3 levels, so if you like Super Mario 3, definitely check it out. But anyway, I love how they've used conveyor belts and these scary underwater wigglers. Oh, wiggler! So something to know about underwater wigglers is that they will turn to follow you, but only a certain number of times, so it is possible to kind of tire them out by continuing to make them twist, and then they'll eventually just like give up and keep going. See, like that one's bored with me now. So that's why there's a new wiggler now, because the other one gets bored of you at that point. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. There's a secret area up there that I missed this time, but it's a fun little secret. I really like this moment here of the long wigglers getting eaten by a Cheep Cheep. And back to the boss music. Darn it. Oh, giant angry wiggler. At least it doesn't have wings. Secret bonus room! Ooh, all these coins. So Zachary has some really great bonus rooms in the levels. Just one example. Always something fun and unique about it. Like, I'm gonna kill all these Cheep Cheeps for a 1-up. Boom! Take that, fish. Alright. And that's the level. Just gotta... boop. Fun little ending there. This was the best underwater wiggler encounter I saw through all the different wiggler levels I played in, finding levels for this video. I played probably about 100 different wiggler levels at least. I searched everywhere I could for anything that had the word wiggler in it or any variation on that, even in different languages. Alright, up next is Wiggly Woodlands 3-4 by Atlas. So this is another one from kind of a full-length Mario game someone has created. Wiggly Woodlands is actually a whole world this person has created of wiggler-centric levels. So if you like this one, there's, I think, 4 others in the series that you can play. What's over here? Alright, that's a little secret up here. I like these precise kind of wiggler jumps for a 1-up. Oh. 2 wide wiggler jumps. Big ol' wiggler. I like how the wigglers are kind of hopping between trees here. Oh, should have been more careful there. Yeah. Woo. Okay. So many wigglers. Yeah. Some good wiggler jumping. As I've said, there's nothing more satisfying in Super Mario Maker than jumping off a wiggler. I don't know why that is. It's just like one of the best things in this game. So that's why I got all these wiggler levels together. Yoshi! I've got Yoshi now. Alright, let's get through this level without losing Yoshi, because I usually lose Yoshi. Boop. Okay. Oh. Okay, come on. Last jump, I think. Oh. I made it! I think that's it. I think I made it with Yoshi. Yes, Yoshi finish. Oh, missed it. Yoshi finish. It's really sad that they don't have the sound effect in Super Mario World levels. Alright, next up, we've got Wiggler Hollows by Frank. Frank is a really talented Mario Maker level creator, so I highly recommend checking out all of Frank's levels, in addition to Wiggler Hollows. But I thought this was a nice subterranean Wiggler level, and features a lot of just kind of basic Wiggler jumps. So here's some Wigglers walking on some munchers you gotta jump off of. Just really fun Wiggler jumps there. Ah! And then you've got these little boss encounters where you have to run away from angry big Wigglers. So that pacing of going between these kind of basic platforming sections and then the scary mini boss encounters, it's really fun. Ah, run, 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 run! Whew, I'm safe. And I also like that you get lots of variations on Wiggler jumping throughout this level. So start off with just regular Wigglers, and then you've got winged Wigglers and all that good stuff. And now I've got a winged Wiggler chasing me. Para-Wiggler? I don't know. Doesn't seem right. I like winged Wiggler better than Para-Wiggler. Sometimes I decide what to name Mario enemies. So now we've got something we'll see in some other levels, the kind of stay on a Wiggler that's on a track for a while. It's a pretty classic motif in a lot of Wiggler levels. This is a cool Wiggler boss, I thought. Just basically you need to avoid it until the P-switch comes out, but this was before you could put keys in enemies, so there weren't a lot of options for boss fights. It is kind of hard to duck under there, but luckily I had a fire flower, so I was able to just take a few hits. Alright, watch out for this Wiggler. And up the stairs to the finish. Let's get a 1-up. 1-up! Alright, on to the next level. Next up is King Wiggler's Fort 2.0 by Alex. This is one of the first Wiggler-centric levels that I discovered in playing Mario Maker. And it really taught me some things about Wigglers on tracks. I'm gonna kill this big Wiggler. Goodbye. So just some fun Wigglers on track bouncing here. And I like that it's also, you know, feels very much like a castle level with all the fire flowers and whatnot. Whew. Preview of the final area up ahead there. I feel kind of bad just killing these Wigglers, but at the same time, they'd kill me if they had the chance. Angry Wiggler, some wall jumping. Oh jeez, what have I done? No. Oh, I restart right here. That's not too bad. Goodbye, Wigglers. Hello, mushroom. And flower. Yes. Alright, wall jumping. And this time, don't fall to my doom. And instead, become the doom of all the Wigglers. jeez. This area is getting a little crazy. Big wiggler jumping. Oh, and I have to jump over here now. Use a star to kill a whole bunch of wigglers, because that's fun. Get a bunch of one-ups, but it tricks you if you want to kill that wiggler. Then you wouldn't be able to get this power-up here. I know to stop. Come on. I don't really need that flower, but you could jump off the wiggler again to get it. There's a secret? Okay, final area. So this one really just teaches you that stars plus wigglers on tracks is bad. So if you hit a star and that hit one of these wigglers, then you can't get out of here because you need the wigglers to get out. So this is kind of avoid the stars area. I don't know why they didn't use reset doors here, instead use this reset pipe system. But this would be a perfect place to use doors to reset a puzzle or, you know, platforming challenge, as it were. Okay. Fewer stars this time, that's weird. Okay. Don't hit that P switch, because that'll unleash all the stars. I don't know why I'm taking so long to do this jump. It's not that hard. Alright, gotta get on top of that wiggler here. Oh jeez, doing so terrible. Ah! So long, the wiggler.
Mario, #1.
Yes, you are, Mario. You're #1. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So yeah, so that's King Wiggler's Fort 2.0. Very fun Wiggler Castle level. And we're going to do another Wiggler Castle level right now called Wiggler's Wacky Forest Fortress by Jung Serial. Jung? I don't know if that's like Carl Jung, psychologist. No, that would be with a J, right? Anyway. Forest Fortress. Got some wigglers in a forest here. Gonna go up here to get the mushroom. Oh, nope, gonna die. Oh, jeez. That was embarrassing. Alright. This time, I will not die. See? I didn't die. Yet. Single wiggler jumps. Oh, so close. You get the idea. Alright, new area. This jump is kind of tricky. At least for me. Okay. So I like here that, you know, you can kind of actually see the outside of the castle you're going into. Oh, one up. And now we're going to switch over to the castle section. And you could also see the checkpoint that we'll get to later. Here's the first checkpoint. Please don't die until I hit that. Yes. And if you need it, there's a mushroom over here. Ironically, I lost my mushroom in order to get a mushroom. But especially when you respawn from the checkpoint, that mushroom is key. Tricky jumping here. I really like this section here with these wigglers falling on the like curvy platforms. Definitely some interesting kind of jumping you need to do to progress here. Oh. And not something I'd really seen in another wiggler level. Of kind of jumping onto a falling wiggler. If you go to the left, that's like a secret path where you can get a spike helmet. And then you can use the spike helmet here to get up to an area where you can get a cape. And then you could use the cape here to fly up to a secret path. But since I didn't get the cape or the spike helmet, I just have to go normal path. Which includes some more precision wiggler jumps on a timer. Okay, let's start over. P-switch. Wiggler jumps. Yes. So up above is where you'd get to with the cape, which would just take you to the end of the level. Just avoid some munchers. I think this is the end. So yeah, I think this is a good level. I just really enjoyed those precision wiggler jumps and the kind of twisty falling wigglers to avoid and use to progress. Just some interesting wiggler mechanics I hadn't seen in other wiggler levels. So, and I think it's just a nice, well-constructed level, and I enjoyed the alternate route, which I won't show you, but you can try to experience for yourself. All right, next level. Ooh, the Spooky Wiggle Coaster 2.0 by Ethan. So this taught me a mechanic I didn't know about, which is when you hit a wiggler on a track and turn it to an angry wiggler on a track, it'll become faster and then be able to jump onto different tracks. So this one is a good test of your wiggler on track skills. So you've got to stay on wigglers for a while. Jump. Now we've got a big wiggler to activate and ride. Boop. Alright, this part is kind of a trickier jump. Oh, I didn't need to come down here. This is only if you lose your mushroom that you need to come down here to get a new mushroom and then get out. I forgot. I actually have trouble with this part sometimes. Okay, there we go. And now we can progress. Oh, that was just a bonus room. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end here. Alright, I think this is our final wiggler section. We've just got to stay really still here, so line yourself up perfectly between these spike platforms and just don't press a button. Otherwise, it's very easy to get hit by those spikes. Alright. There we go. So yeah, so that's a hard level. That's why I was kind of quiet throughout, because I was focusing. Definitely shows off what's possible with wigglers and tracks, so it deserves all the stars that it's received. Yeah, almost 450, so almost getting close to 500 there. Next up is X33 Wiggly Woodlands by Cypher. This is another one that's kind of part of an ongoing game that Cypher is creating. Cypher makes some really good levels, and this one based on wigglers I thought was worth showing off. This is kind of a stand-in for star coins that they've got hidden throughout the level. Is there a secret down there? I think this might just be a coin pipe. Coins! So I like how they used saw blades to kind of make evil flowers of doom. That one was almost my doom. I mean, it was doom, but I had a mushroom, so it was not permanent doom. But there's another mushroom. Why do I have a cape? Where did it come from? I like that you have to avoid these falling wigglers from pipes. Definitely a fun way to use wigglers as an obstacle. So, secret star coin in here. I think there's, what, 5 star coins in this level? I've already seen at least 4, I think. Oh, jeez. No! Oh, Doom. Did I hit a checkpoint recently? Ah, that's nice. Checkpoints. Saving me from too much embarrassment. Jump here. Run under. Wiggler bounce! Wiggler bounce! Wiggler bounce! Oh, so close. Almost perfect. Wiggler bounce! Secret area. I also like how the wigglers are ringing a bell on the vine. It's a cute little sound effect. It's one thing I haven't really experimented a lot with in this game is all the different sounds you can make with pink note blocks. Alright, I think we're getting to the final section. Why did I jump like that? That was just reckless. Yeah, Doom. Doom. Gotta wait for that wiggler to activate that. Alright, I think this will be the time. Yes, finally. I agree. And that's it. Ah. Woohoo! So yeah, that's a harder level, but definitely satisfying to complete. But I like the different ways wigglers are used as falling obstacles and sound effect generators. I put the easier wiggler levels at the start of this video, so definitely we're getting to expert and verging on super expert territory in these later levels. Next up is Wiggle Wiggle Wiggler by Lunatic. So this one has only a 1% clear rate, which I think is kind of strange because there's a pretty easy secret path to avoid most of the level, and I didn't think it was too hard once you kind of know what to do, which is ride this big old wiggler and avoid the obstacles as they come. Part always gets me. Ah, so close. Alright. Jump. Watch out for this wiggler. Gonna preempt it. Wigglers. Now this part is, once you've got the wigglers behind you, then it's not too bad. This part is not terrible if you're good at jumping on wigglers at... Wow, I really need to stop telling everybody how to do it because I just keep dying. I made it! I made it! Woohoo! Oh no. Wiggler stairs. Ah! So close. Wiggler stairs killed me. Alright, I am taking the secret route this time. I'm just going right to the Wiggler stairs. Taking the secret route because this level is too hard. Oh wait. There's chomps down here? I didn't remember that. That's okay. Chomps are easy. Just avoid the chomps. Oh gosh, chomps, 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 chomps! Why did I think this way was easy? Okay, Wiggler stairs. Don't die this time. Not that I meant to die the other times. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for the flagpole, just gonna finish. But yeah, this is a hard level, despite what I said at the beginning. And if you get overwhelmed by wigglers, just take the secret chomp route, like I did. Alright, last but not least, the 10 levels I wanted to show off. In fact, last but most is this level called Mt.HANACHAN 2. Hanachan is the name for wigglers in Japanese, and I'm probably murdering the pronunciation, but this level's really cool. So we've got a whole bunch of big wigglers that are lined up, so it looks like one extra long wiggler. So I've seen a couple different levels where people have kind of lined up big wigglers on a track, but this was the most seamless looking giant wiggler, and also just a really great level in terms of the way they ramp up the difficulty. Watch out for the lava bubbles here, or poodoo-boos, podobos. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. But you can use the mushroom platform bottoms to know where the fire bubbles are going to be. This part's fun. Boop. Watch out for flying spike tops. And under? Oh, I'd have to duck to do that. But there's a mushroom right here, so... Oh, geez. Muncher cannons. Whoa. Oh, avoid the star, as we learned in another level. Otherwise, that's a harsh lesson right there. One up. Ooh. Watch out for stars. Alright, now we're in the final section of the level. Gonna be doing much more star avoiding now. Also bouncing munchers. Flying star! Other flying star. Over the plant. Spike top. Okay. Coming up is my least favorite part. It's a star cannon. These stars are relatively easy to avoid, but this one shoots stars at you. You have to beware. Okay. because it's going to shoot stars at us again, even though we're further down. And when we switch sides, yeah, that star usually gets me. But this star, we want to get, so we can get through. Bye-bye, Wigglers. You were my friend, now you're my enemy. So yeah, I think this is just one of the best Wiggler track levels I've ever played. So I highly recommend checking it out. And if you like this level, the creator made 2 other Mt.HANACHAN levels. So there's a level 1, which is just kind of a fun romp up a mountain. And then there's a hard version of this level, which has a winged giant Wiggler. So it's really hard, and it's got other difficult things. I wasn't able to beat it, but some of you might be into that. So yeah, so that was the 10 Wiggler levels I wanted to show off today, which I think are really great, fun to play, and I think some of you will enjoy. And now, if you've sat through this whole video and still want more Wiggler action, I'm going to show you 2 Wiggler levels I created, which you might enjoy playing as well. First, I'm going to start with Bring Your Own Wiggler. This was inspired by playing through Pink Birdo's level, Wigglers Are Friends, Not Food. So there's a section in that where you use a shellmet to push up a Wiggler from one platform to another. And I just thought that was a really cool mechanic, so I built a whole level around it. Secret mushroom up there. I also decided that chomps would be in this level, so lots of swinging, creepy chomps here. And I've put reset doors and shellmet generators in basically every Wiggler room, so that if you mess up and accidentally kill your Wiggler or get it stuck somewhere, you can always reset by going through the doors. This level I was creating right before they added in pink coins, so this was my first level that incorporated pink coins. So I'm using them kind of as star coins, so they're totally optional, but just kind of fun rewards for exploring. That's one of them. And got a big chomp that you can hit with your shellmet if you time it right, which is pointless, but just kind of fun to do. Boop. Alright, now let's get this Wiggler. Yeah. If you're Big Mario, it's very easy to get hit by the Wiggler as you push it up, so that's why I definitely give you infinite shellmets here. So now this section, we're going to switch up how we're moving our Wigglers. So using a blue platform to pick up a Wiggler and deposit it over here. You can see another pink coin down there. I think I have a 1-up here, maybe. And there's a secret area through there if you can figure out a way to get in there. But this is sort of the normal path I expect most people will take. So here it gets trickier because you have to time getting the Wiggler from one platform to another. You can just kick it over there and then the blue platform will pick it up. Or you could try to hit the Wiggler onto the moving platform. And if you pay careful attention to the coins over there, you might find a 1-up over here. Another shellmet generator. Got something dangerous over to the right there. So here we've got kind of expanding, collapsing, moving platforms that we need to move our Wiggler on. And it's a little difficult to get this Wiggler when it's a normal Wiggler. You can't do it like that. And, missed that. But if you turn it to an angry Wiggler, this section becomes easier because then it'll stay above you. Need to reset. So I recommend turning it into an angry Wiggler and then waiting until the platforms are descending. Checkpoint. Hidden 1-up. I thought this was fun, trying to stay up so you can get some coins. But then you've got to watch out for this shell here. Or you can kill it if you've got fire flower power. And this was fun. I liked making this giant kind of pixel art wiggler up above. Even has feet that move up and down. Alright, now we get to the kind of boss puzzle. So I've got this spiky shell moving along the bottom to clear out any wigglers that don't get onto the platforms. But you can see we've got lots of wigglers in this level now. Oop. Got a shellmet again. We're gonna start over here. Move these platforms down onto this section over here. Oh geez. You can get a shellmet and a mushroom again. Thank you. And now we've got to get these wigglers up onto the blue platforms. Oh jeez. And now we can jump to the end. So I put the last pink coin up here, put it right by the door. That way, if you collect all the coins, you should be right at the door. If you have all of your coins before a checkpoint and somebody gets a key, they'll lose all of their coin progress if they die after getting that key. So I put the last coin right by the door, so it's impossible to get all the coins and not be able to go through the door. Anyway, the door is a secret exit, so I'll show that real quick. I'm running out of time here. Chomp death. The Wiggler Sun. But let me take a detour over here. If you didn't have the keys, you'd come out over here, and I'm treated to a little boss fight with scary chomps hanging from the ceiling, and Queen Wig Chompler here trying to chomp me. But I can do a final bounce and destroy Queen Wig Chompler. I like the slow sinking of the POW blocks into the lava there. And now Mario gets to go outside. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to play through my level Cloudy with a Chance of Wigglers. So we've got Lakitu throwing some big wigglers up there. Secret mushroom. Can use the big wiggler for a jump here. You'll notice that I made it impossible for the player to get up to Lakitu, or for Lakitu to throw wigglers anywhere but onto the spikes. This is really just to demonstrate how Lakitu can throw out wigglers, up to 3 at a time. And that you can use wigglers to cross dangerous areas. This last section, I've got wigglers, but then some of them will bounce. Uh-oh. Checkpoint! Alright. So the way I usually do this jump here is to let the wiggler get behind me? No. How do I do this? Oh. So that's a pretty hard jump to do, but you do get a 1-up if you're able to complete it. And I think you can just jump back to the level without using the wiggler. This is the safest way to jump up this section over here, is to run all the way to the edge and then use the wiggler right as it comes back. Now, I recognize that this section is pretty hard with the wigglers and clouds, so I give you infinite mushrooms so you can attempt this as many times if you don't fall to your doom. Timing those 2 jumps. up here, you could just go through this door to continue, or if you want to get a secret, you can try to use these 2 wigglers up above to get over to the right here. So, and then we can continue over to the right to get to this door for our secret. Oh my goodness, what is this? It's a giant mess of wigglers. I call this the Wiggler God. So this is the door we would have come through if we had not gone to the secret area. And now we've got wigglers in clouds with wings. So they move a little bit differently. So timing our jumps is just a little bit harder. And if you get past that, you get to the boss. Oh, it's Lakitu again. But he's got wings. And he's throwing wigglers with wings. Ah! So we can see the exit is right over here. And now we just need to use what we've learned about timing jumps off of wigglers onto things that are on wings. And we can get on top of Lakitu to get out of this level. I think you can also just use the wigglers to jump over the pipes. So then we can take our Lakitu cloud and just get to the end. So yeah, that's Cloudy with a Chance of Wigglers. Just a fun level about bouncing on some wigglers in clouds. So I hope you enjoyed this video about Wiggler levels. Wigglers are one of my favorite things in Super Mario Maker, so I've really enjoyed playing lots of Wiggler levels and creating my own. I hope you enjoy these as well, and let me know if there's some great Wiggler levels that I haven't played. Put them in the comments. For my next video focusing on Mario Maker levels, I think I will focus on ghost houses. So if you've got lots of great ghost houses, please share those with me so I can check them out. These can be ghost houses you've created or ones that you've encountered in your playing that are really excellent. I'm always looking for new Super Mario Maker levels to play. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more Brick 101. Yes, Yoshi finish. Oh, missed it. Yoshi finish. Da, 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 da. Angry Wiggler, some wall jumping. Oh jeez, what have I done? No.